Alrighty guys, this is snugsonblitz and I'm back with another video for you today. So we're on number 5 of my favorite tanks in the game. And yes, it has to be this tank, the Progetto 46. I've already done a review of it, so you can check it out. But in a nutshell, this tank is an agile, pain in the butt tank. It can cause so much trouble in the right hands. But you gotta know how to play it, because it doesn't have the best pen. If it did, it would be OP for sure. So you just gotta learn the weak parts of tanks and choose the right targets. Anyway, I've got 2 games for you today. And I'll try and explain my thought process as well as tell you why I like this tank so much as we go. So before we get into it, I would like to ask though, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. It doesn't cost you a cent, a penny, a peso, whatever. It's free. Just click it. It helps me out. And the more subs I get, the happier I am, right? And the more I feel like I want to make videos for you guys. Hit like, and of course, comment down below. What are your thoughts of the Progetto 46? Is it in your top 10 tanks? Anyway, let's get to it. The first game, look at lineups. Well, they got a KV4. That is a tough armored beast for me to deal with. They've got a Progetto 46. They got a Tiger 2, also another tough beast, and a 53 TP. So 3 heavy tanks that I have no interest in dealing with to begin. What I think a lot of players make a mistake with is thinking a medium should take on a heavy right off the bat. That is not a good idea. A medium's job is to gather information, take out the flankers, use its speed. You don't really want to be dealing with heavy tanks right up front unless you've got great pen or you really know what you're doing. So I see a chance here. I'm hoping my team will follow me in. I might take a few hits, but I am worried that our tanks on the other side will not be able to hold because that's a lot of armor and a lot of damage that they can pump out. Tiger 2, 53 TP with his tungsten shell. So, aha, we found them. Okay. So this is the number 1 target where he's gone. So that is good news. Now, why do I love this tank so much? Well, number 1, it glides. It just glides. It feels almost like a Drac. Not quite as agile, naturally. I mean, the Drac is a special tank. But this tank, with its auto reloader, you don't have to worry about how many shells you have in. You can just let it reload as you're moving around. What a glorious thing that is. It really takes out the trouble, and it makes your tank unpredictable for the enemy. They don't know how many shells you've got. If you're in an IS-3 defender, if they see you fire 1, 2, and 3 shots within 6 or 7 seconds, they know you're out. You can't have reloaded, there's no way. But with this tank, they're like, has he got 2 shells in the chamber? Has he got 3? They lose track. It's harder for them to remember, things like that. And that's why this tank is such a pain to deal with. Now, I just want that KV4 to fire. Once I see his shell go, yep, now I can peek on out safely, not worrying about him. But there are some other tanks there, so, Now, we've got somebody in the desert. I forget which tank it is, but he's doing nothing. I'm like, come on, move your butt. Goodness me, you've got full health. What are you doing there? So I'm just going to back on up here. They know where I am right now, but if I can just get some distance between myself and them, I think I'll be a much better use to my team. And you can see, these guys turn around, and now, yeah, I got 3 shots easy, and I put them on fire, so that's nice. Okay, now it's 3 versus 5. We've got health, 5 versus 2. Now I can go ahead and push in with reckless abandonment. Again, they're distracted, they're not looking at me, so I can just work my magic. And look how easily this tank can just get around. Here he comes, he's trying to back on up. I can just stop, move forward, back, back. Yeah, this tank just feels so good in the hands. There are not many tanks in the game that feel as good as this, and it's not too fast that you lose control. Sometimes a Drac is too good. You lose control. RU-251, you'll definitely lose control of from time to time, going full speed. But this tank just feels right. It's like putting a glove on that just fits, and it fits my play style. So, do I recommend this tank? Heck yeah. With one caveat. If you know how to play medium tanks that don't have that much armor, you can't think of this as a Chimera because it doesn't have the pen, it doesn't have the big hitting alpha. This tank is a better version of the Pantera, if you ask me. It just feels so much better. Anyway, let's move on to our second game. And here we go. Now this is a good game. It's going to come down to the wire. I'm not going to let you know if I'm able to pull it out. You just have to wait and see. Okay, so they have a smasher. You've got to be careful of that. And a Carnarvon. A Carnarvon hull down is a nightmare for me. So thankfully those are heavy tanks, so likely they're probably not going to go out here. So off I go. And on this map I tend to take this bush or the bush on the other side. Yeah, that bush there kind of thing. Not over there, but on our side, if you get my drift. Hopefully. I'm going to fire 3 shots in. Ooh, so there was somebody there, but I didn't get lit up. Unfortunately, this guy's pushing in, and I'm not sure if that's a good idea. Oh, brother. Now, this is a problem, because they have 2 tanks there and 1 more tank. They're not pushing in. That allows me to get my full reload back, which is great news, but here we have a problem. This guy will push in and punish our guy. Oh, nice, somebody hit him. And look at this. The team actually showed up. That's great news. The problem is that means everybody has abandoned the other side. So we're going to have to take these guys out pretty quickly, if you ask me. Okay, we lost that guy, and that was to be expected. But now we just have to play a waiting game. We've got our tanks here pushing forward. That's great. Just going to pick these guys off one by one. Don't want to take any unnecessary hits. I love this kind of peek out, pull back, peek out, pull back. This tank can do it masterfully because it has no problem with different terrains or hills and all those things. I'm invisible now, or my camo's reset, which is a way of saying the same thing. So I'm just going to peek on around here. Can I get a shot in? Boom. Oh, that was painful. But I figured it was worth it to get rid of this guy. So, got rid of another tank. So 4 versus 6. We're all here. And this guy just fired. Again, I'd love a few more shells, but I'll take the chance when I can. Track him. Come on, guys. Hit him. Get over there. What are you guys doing? He's tracked and he fired already. Now they're pushing in. Okay, probably let my camo. Oh, brother. Oh, the frickin' smasher had me dead to rights. Oh, that's painful. My own mistake. What can I say? He's obviously over there. If our full health tanks could spot for us, that would be nice. Unfortunately, this guy's sitting quite far back. And instead, our 2 tanks who are definite one-shots for pretty much anything in the entire universe decide it's a good idea to push in aggressively. Yeah, bad frickin' idea. I honestly don't get this. When you are full health and you're winning 6 versus 3 or 6, why aren't you pushing forward and using those hit points? It just boggles my mind. Now we know the smasher is up there. If we could just light him up and focus the smasher, it would be a good idea. So he's taken out that guy. And now it's 3 versus 4. Okay, Smasher is the #1 threat. Get rid of him first. Round shot bounce. Okay, hit him there. Hit him there. Now, I could be using Premo, but I'm like, do I need to? I suppose I should, but I just want our healthy tanks to push on in there. This guy, he refuses to push on in. And again, Smasher, I'm able to track him, but of course, our teammate's not going after the Smasher, who's, after he's fired, has got a huge reload. No, he goes after the heavier tank with the better armor. What are you guys doing? And now it's 3 versus 3. Now things are not looking good for us. Why? Well, I'm pretty much a one-shot to any of their guns. Our full health tank is sitting in the exact position he was when it was 6 versus 3. So he refuses to protect our team. He refuses to spot. He refuses to do anything. He just wants to hide. And I'm pretty sure there's a sniper up here. I'm gonna take a few shots and hope maybe I can do a little bit of damage. But I didn't get spotted, which is interesting. So maybe he's moved. We've got a heck of a lot of hit points to get through. Look at this guy, T-34, very healthy. I mean, one of his shells comes my way and I'm dead. I'm lit up here. Okay, so now it's 2 versus 3. And the guy still hasn't moved. Still. Okay, he finally does something. But yeah, he's gone. And so now we're in a frick ton of trouble. Why? Because, whoa, can't believe I even bounced that. I'm thinking it's all over. Why? Well, the T-34 is mightily healthy. The only 2 advantages I have in this situation is, number 1, I'm agile. Number 2, I can outspot them. So I really need to separate these tanks. So now they know where I'm going, which is a problem. I don't want them coming towards me at the same time. I want to deal with each tank individually. Thankfully, my speed allows me to just zoom around, and I'm hoping I can find the other tank. Come on. I'm ignoring the T-34. There he is. Finally. Oh, I bounced that shell. So 2 crazy bounces. As I said, I really did not expect to win this game at this point. So I'm just figuring, okay, whatever. I mean, I've had 2 crazy bounces. That's 1,000 damage blocked. And this guy's got so many hit points to get through. So, will I be able to take him out? I'm still alive, amazingly. And that, I was trying to bait that shell. Unfortunately, I didn't quite pull back in time. He was able to hit me. So now he's just coming for me. I've got my speed. I'm gonna use that to get around and reload at the same time. Here he comes. He's got 1 shell ready. So now I'm just gonna kind of play Ring Around the Roses. Ideally, I'd like to run out of here and just use my damage for distance kind of concept. 1 shell in there, 2 shells are frozen in. Oh, what? Oh well. You win some, you lose some. I think that was a very winnable game. Had I not taken that hit from the smash earlier on, I would have easily cleaned up. If I think it was our Tiger had actually done something, TVP hadn't been a complete fool, yeah, that would have been an easy game. Instead, it was a disaster. But I think it did okay. And so that's why I like the Progetto. It is such a great little tank. If you haven't got it and you like medium playstyle, get this tank. That's why it makes my number 5 on the top 10 tanks in Blitz as of today. That's all I got for you. Hope you enjoyed the games. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And I'll be back again tomorrow with my number 4 tank. Wonder what it'll be. I'll see you next time. Snugs on Blitz, out.